Welcome to your weekly airplane news update. This is the week of June 14th, 2021. This week I've got 4 topics. The first one is an off-duty flight attendant tried to break into the cockpit of an aircraft. Not a good idea. An airplane mystery from 1965 that may have been solved using an underwater drone. We'll talk about the California Highway Patrol that was involved in a laser accident, or laser incident, I should say, and then we'll see what happened. And then lastly, Southwest Airlines requested a ground stop earlier this week, and we'll talk about what happened and kind of the consequences. So let's get to it. And this week, we are talking about yet another unruly passenger. And unfortunately, this is something that seems to happen every week. As a matter of fact, I was reading an article earlier this week that said that the number of unruly passenger incidents this year is 60 times more than what it was on average for the last, I don't remember how many years they were looking at. But just whatever. I guess it's a full moon every day these days. This story is an off-duty Delta Flight Attendant that was restrained after trying to get into the cockpit. Now, they were actually restrained after trying to talk on the aircraft intercom. What happened is that the pilot actually came on the intercom and asked people to help with restraining this person. So they asked passengers to come and help the flight crew basically take care of this person. The aircraft was diverted to Oak City, and then they arrested the guy. They searched the aircraft to make sure nothing was in there. But what is going on with people? The next thing is somewhat of a cool story. There was an airplane that was found after, apparently it looks like 50 years. This crew was working in the lake, and they found the remain of what looks like an aircraft that had a mid-air collision in 1965. There was a Piper Comanche and a Beechcraft Debonair that had a mid-air collision. The Beechcraft was able to return to the airport, but the Piper in itself crashed into the lake, killing all 4 passengers on board. They were able to recover the body of the pilot, but they were never able to recover the body of the 3 passengers. And it looks like they may have actually found the remain of the aircraft in that lake, and they were using an underwater drone to do this. And now it looks like this thing is at the bottom of the lake, 200 feet underwater. So they have yet to make sure that this is actually the aircraft, but it looks like the model matches with the Piper Comanche that crashed back in 1965. So hopefully we can report back on this. These are never fun stories, obviously, but being able to bring back either the bodies or give some information to the families is always something good. The California Highway Patrol was caught in a laser incident on Monday, and you can actually see the video playing in the background right here where the people that did this were shining lasers at aircraft. I still don't understand what the deal is with flashing lasers at aircraft. Why is it cool? What do you get out of this? But the air officers that were in the aircraft were able to guide the police on the ground to the location of the suspect, and they actually were able to pull them over and arrest them. So it is against federal regulation to do this. It's actually something that you'll pay a lot of money for and probably spend some time in jail, as you should. So just don't point lasers at the airplane. I mean, seriously. Okay, last thing this week is Southwest Airlines. This is something that the FAA posted on their Twitter page, actually. The FAA issued a temporary nationwide ground stop for Southwest Airlines at their request when they had issues with their reservation system. And this lasted for actually 2 hours. Apparently they had connectivity issues, and then looks like everything came back to life. Not a major item, but this is something that happens, so it's something that we have to keep in mind. So that's it. That's it for this week. If you like drone news, make sure you check out the drone news episode that we have. We talk about the new Sony AirPeak, which is a new drone. We talk about a company that just purchased another company that does eVTOL, electronic vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. We'll talk about a drone pilot that was actually attacked for flying his drone, and now the other person hopefully is going to get in trouble. And we talk about a software that does very quick 3D mapping using drones and using thermal cameras on drones. So if you're interested in this stuff, head over to our drone channel and then find more information in there. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, do everything that you do, and I'll see you guys next week.